Everyone has a right to the American dream.
My personal dreams are just to be content, really. I mean, not to worry about living paycheck to paycheck, and that's what I'm, striving for currently.
And Amina?
Similar things, I would say, just being content with life and able to make a living for myself in a way that allows me to help my friends and family and support my parents in their old age when they grow up, and to kind of use the resources that have been at my disposal for being an American to help other people in a wider context.
Well, of course, I'm 72 years old now. I've had a good life. I've got a great family, great wife. I've had a good job. I pretty well did what I enjoyed doing most of my life. So I'm good.
For me, it's the freedom, democracy, freedom of speech, and to have an opportunity to live in this great country and to be where I'm at. It's a blessing that if you work hard, you can become anything you want to be. And so for me, and having a great family, and now that I found my dad, I feel that, it's a great American dream for me in this great country, Brett.
I feel that I am in the pursuit of the American dream. Have I achieved it? There's always more to do, but I wanted the freedom to pursue whatever it is that I want to pursue. And I did that because I'm an artist, even when it was very, very hard and unconventional to do so. But I thought, isn't that why we came here to America, right? For new opportunities. I don't even want to think about what my life would be like back there. I have no idea. But we came here and it's all about more opportunities. So I took it. I got a college degree and then I decided I wanted to pursue acting, and I have the freedom to do so. So that in a way is living the American dream. I have no regrets, no doubts about that. I wish that for everyone, to know that even when your life is not perfect, that you are still in exactly the right place, doing what you're meant to do, and you're fulfilled by it.
Make an impact in the community. That's my dream, to see these refugees, to see these newcomers able to succeed their American dream. No matter what obstacle they face in the future, keep going because you'll get there,
Everyone has a right to the American dream. It's Hump Day, Wednesday, February 5th, and guess who always comes and joins us on Hump Day? It's Nesquik!
Whoa.
What? What? That wasn't Nesquik. Let's try that one more time. It's Nesquik! And Yonathan, Elias in the matching outfits.
I know,
Thank you for the memo.
She looks like she should just be shimmying.
You like it? It doesn't shimmy. It doesn't shimmy as much as it seems like it would shimmy, but
you look like you're
we might have to text Brad because he gets jealous when we color coordinate.
I know.
Not coordinated.
It's so random. It's like exactly the same colors.
We
like
really don't
pink,
discuss
yellow,
these things.
Black and white.
Yeah, right.
It just happens.
Yeah, it just happens.
It really does.
Nesquik looks like she's ready for the tryouts for the Super Bowl 53
I'm
halftime
here.
show.
I got the memo. It was Latin game
for
this
the
year.
halftime show, for next year, I think.
Yeah.
It's Hump Day. Well, why are you always showing up on Hump Day?
I just think it's important for me to be right where I am right now.
Absolutely.
On Hump Day.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of estrogen when I'm not around, so...
too much testosterone.
Estrogen. Like estrogen. Just kidding. That's me. Excuse me. That's me. My bad.
Yes. Yeah, because Yo-Yo said to me, he said in his next contract, he makes with Bradshaw Live. Okay, most people would demand money, a dressing room,
the usual.
Car service,
don't need any
bodyguard. He just says, I need Nesquik here on Hump Day. I can't do it. That was the only thing in the contract. I said, Yo-Yo, there's not even any money in this. He goes, I don't care. It's a one-sentence contract. Nesquik is here on Hump Day.
And it had to start on my 2-year anniversary, which is Chinese New Year. And look at you here.
Is it?
Yeah.
See, we probably celebrated that already. And
yes, we did.
It wasn't Wednesday, so I missed it.
That's it. That's okay.
So let's say hello to the squad. Deion Watson, squad up. Jessica Kalimi Joelle. I know she's always there because she shares, first one to share to my Facebook. Tamika Nelson, She either wants a slice of pizza, she's yelling to the pizza person, or she's saying hello to none other than Pizza.
That's who I think it is.
Prosper Ikachukwa saying hello, squad. Tracy Haynes, what's going on? Dion Watson, I said, Dawn, Harriet, Marjorie Thompson, Joy Titus, saying hello. Sandra Salinas, mentioning Pelosi. We'll get to that in a little bit.
That's my homie.
Yes. Myrtle Ray, Christy Gonzalez saying hello. Charmaine Wallace, what's up? Squad up, I should say. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I say what's up, because that's what I've always said.
Right.
For the first 50 years of my life. And now, the second half of my life, I should be saying squad up.
There you go.
Right. What else? Andreen Spence and Donna Bless, Javel Finnegan. By the way, I'm on the street now, and people are coming up with me and saying, Uncle Brad, squat up. I've had it happen several times already.
That's so awesome. That's the impact.
Right?
Yeah.
So on YouTube, back it up, Ricky, saying good evening. He's always one of the first.
Yep.
Yara Edwards. Layla Smith, how are you? Ben Londa has a question. We'll get to you in a little bit. Jackie Harris saying, happy hump day, Brad. Bax Young saying squad up as well. Cindy Albert, how are you? DeForbes with a retracted message. Why would he have a retracted message? Was he embarrassed? Was she embarrassed about what she said?
I mean, they came back with the squad up fam and happy hump day fam. So
yeah,
maybe the retracted question was a little too naughty.
Maybe she has to wait for the
cameras weren't out yet.
Right.
Exactly.
By the way, on Instagram, Forced to Carrion with the pre-comment of the day. Hey, Brad, love your show.
Yeah, there goes the pre-comment of the day.
By the way, we have two pre-comments of the day.
Oh, gosh, all right.
Walk to the bar.
Okay.
Walk to the bar saying, best show ever. Hello, that was me. That was pre-comment of the day 3. Brad Bernstein saying hello. I said hello to myself. I started reading who was saying it, and then I'm like, oh, that was me.
That's me.
Who else we have here? NS Legendary joined us. Jilly Go, how are you? Dion White joined. I'ma be me. Squad up, family George. 19220, which is also the combination on my locker at the gym.
Is it?
Oh.
It is.
Okay. The gym that he goes to so often.
No.
Right.
All right. That's why I'm announcing it. Because you know what is in my locker?
Nothing.
Yeah, right. So have you not been keeping up with it?
I went on Monday.
Okay.
I went to the gym.
Well, you have been sick though.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's also a good way to kind of sweat it out too.
Yeah.
Once you finally get
I have to tell you, I'm not good at going to the gym.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find a way. Maybe you know what you need to do. I think you just need to hire a trainer that's gonna force you to get up.
No, that's the worst.
It sounds like you may have tried that.
I've tried that route.
Really?
I'll tell you what the route that works.
What is it?
Okay. Every time I open up my credit card bill and I see on my credit card statement the monthly charge to this gym.
Right.
I say, damn, I better get there.
Or he's like, I better get there on Monday, and only goes Monday.
That's right.
And that's it.
It's amazing that the guy at the front desk who logs you in with like your card, he goes, Brad, how come you're only here every month, once a month? The same day you get your credit card bill.
Right.
All right, why don't you tell everybody what they need to do while I get ready for some schmoozing?
Absolutely. All right, everybody on all social media platforms. That is Facebook, that is YouTube, that is Instagram. I need you all to please join the Facebook fan page. It says Brad Show Live. You have to make sure it is the actual fan page, the actual VIP page that allows you access to so many different things. You get different videos that we're not going to put on social media platforms except for this page. But the most important thing, if you do not get your questions asked, all you have to do is join this page right here and put your question in the comment section whenever you want. You could even inbox it to them. The day of, you could do it in the morning, you could do it in the afternoon before the show, it doesn't matter. We will ask those questions before we even start social media platforms, right?
Yeah.
All right, social media check-in. So now on Facebook, all you have to do now, I need you all to please share this video.
Yep.
We need to share this to everybody. I see Nesquik doing it right now.
Yeah,
see,
I'm sharing.
Literally doing it right now.
But there's not enough shares, Yo-Yo. We need some more.
Exactly.
Brad gets upset.
He does.
Can't
and he always thinks that you guys aren't listening to this part. So we have to make sure that we're getting paid for what we need to be getting paid for. All right?
Basically what you're saying is Brad is very shallow. Brad only feels loved when there's sharing and thumbs up.
Yes.
You know, in this age of social media, the shallowness of Uncle Brad comes out.
Absolutely.
So please,
I don't think I heard Yo-Yo say that.
Please, help my own ego, right?
And the shares are going up.
Right. And see it, and it goes up. I mean, not only for Brad, but also for us, and then also for everybody that we are trying to help. Like, that is the reason why we're doing this show, all right? We're not doing it just to be on TV. We're not doing it just to be on your screen. We're doing it to help people. So this is your way of actually helping out as well. So please share. Easy. All right, now like, love, smiley face, sad face, wow face, mad face, whatever emotion that you feel. We're going to be talking about the orange guy. We're going to be talking about some hump day. So I want to see a lot of loves. I want to see a lot of laughs. I want to see a lot of mad faces. Yep. Whatever you're feeling, make sure you show that emotion. Also put all your questions in the comment section right now. It's the beginning of the show. All right, and what are we going to do on YouTube?
Okay, squad. So on YouTube, first things first, I need everyone to subscribe and click that notification bell so that you know when the Brad Show is on live every day. As well as, like Yo-Yo said, you're sharing on Facebook and different platforms. You can share your posts on YouTube as well, and share this so that it spreads out. We have to send this message out to so many different people. You don't know who you can help by letting them know that this show is on right now with great news, and later on we'll be answering your immigration questions, which is what we're all here for. But in the meantime, we're gonna get to some schmoozing.
Yeah, but first off, remember, we are doing our contest. We are calling the 2 people, not one, but the 2 winners that are gonna get consultations with Brad. That is $200 worth of a consultation. What's up?
We're gonna do it after we answer our immigration questions today. So watch.
So you
in about
watch.
an hour or so, we're gonna pull out of our machine the winners of 2 free consultations. What did they have to do for the last contest? They had to follow Brad Show Live on Instagram. They had to like our post about the free consultation, and then they had to share that post or tag 5 people in that post, and you got entered. If you tagged 10, you got entered twice. If you tagged 15, 3 times, and if you tagged up to 20 people, 4 times. We're gonna pick 2 winners, and then right after, we're going to announce a new contest, so stay tuned.
Oh, man. All right. And then also on Instagram, we are on Instagram Live. Everybody that's watching right now, I need you guys to DM this to at least 5 people.
Yep.
All right? Not saying that it's only 5 people. I need you to DM it to at least 5 people right now. It's very easy, all right? And now, like Nesquik said, we are about to schmooze with Brad.
All right. All right, Yo-Yo Nesquik.
What's going on in the world, Brad?
A bitter ending to the stupidity of impeachment.
Which we already knew was
Which we all knew what was going to happen.
Right.
Just didn't want to believe it.
Yes. Yeah. 5 weeks ago. 5 months ago, excuse me, not 5 weeks ago. 5 months ago, the Democrats, there he is, smug little orange guy. Well, he's not so little. He's taller than me, so I must be, you know. So
taller and bigger.
What?
Taller and bigger.
Taller and bigger than me. But 5 months ago, the Democrats impeached Donald Trump, or started the process of impeaching Donald Trump.
Or attempted to.
No, they impeached him.
Yeah.
He was impeached by the House. He was acquitted by the Senate today. But 5 months ago, he was impeached, started the process of impeaching Donald Trump in the House of Representatives for abusing his power and using his position as President of the United States to help cement his re-election in the United States against the national interests of the people of the United States. That's basically what happened. And then tried to cover it up by not allowing anyone to testify about all the bad stuff that he did.
Right.
And of course, it ended up being a political fight, not a real fight about whether or not he did anything wrong. It turned into a fight about lawyering, whether or not he can be impeached if he didn't commit a penal offense, a criminal offense under the U.S. Penal Code. And ultimately, every Republican, except, I have to give props to Mitt Romney, except Mitt Romney voted to acquit him. All the Democrats voted to find him guilty.
Right.
But ultimately, in a 52 to 48 vote, 52 votes not guilty, 48 votes guilty, Donald Trump, congratulations, United States of America, remains our president of the United States.
Wow.
Now, Nancy Pelosi, she was quick to remind Donald Trump that he has been impeached for life by the House of Representatives. Mitt Romney, who ran for president of the United States in 2012, against Obama. He was the one lone Republican who voted to find Donald Trump guilty. He said on the floor of the Senate, corrupting an election to keep oneself in office is perhaps the most abusive and destructive violation of one's oath of office that I can imagine. He also said, were I to ignore the evidence that has been presented and disregard what I believe my oath and the Constitution demands of me for the sake of a partisan end, it would, I fear, expose my character to history's rebuke and the censure of my own conscience. So we have a video.
The president is guilty of an appalling abuse of public trust. What he did was not perfect. No, it was a flagrant assault on our electoral rights, our national security.
So he was the only senator to on the Republican side to vote guilty for Donald Trump. Now, according to CNN reporting from 1999, not one Democratic senator voted to convict President Bill Clinton, who was also a Democrat, on the charges of perjury and obstruction of justice for lying under oath about his sexual relationship with Monica Lewinsky. Donald Trump tweeted after he was found not guilty, I will be making a public statement tomorrow at 12 p.m. from the White House to discuss our country's victory on the impeachment hoax.
What do you think's to follow for Romney after?
Well, Romney is going to get screwed in all sort of Senate jobs and everything. Right. But he doesn't need Donald Trump to get reelected as senator of Utah. He has his own following. Mitt Romney is a Mormon. He comes from a very strong Republican state of Utah, which is predominantly also Mormon. So he has his own following that goes outside of Donald Trump. So he felt he had enough political cover from his own constituents that he was able to vote his conscience, where most other people
don't have
that political cover. If because the bottom line was that if you voted against Donald Trump, you were also voting yourself out of office. Jeez. That's what most Republicans felt. Right. Now, if you ask most Republicans, and they even made this publicly, they said what Donald Trump did was wrong.
Of course.
Okay, there was nobody who said what he did was right.
Right.
Even the Republican senators who were defending him said what he did was wrong. If you look at all their quotes, for more or less, they said what he did was a terrible thing.
Yeah.
But we're not going to impeach him anyway because we don't believe what they fell under one of two scenarios. Either we don't believe what he did was impeachable even though he did what was wrong because it's not a crime what he did.
And witnesses won't testify, but fine.
Right. Or even though what he did was wrong, we don't think we should overturn an election, let the American people decide in 8 months. Those were their two reasons. But if you follow the Constitution of the United States of America, he abused his power, he obstructed justice, the man deserved to be impeached.
Right.
Now, not impeached, to be found, he was impeached and found guilty. Now, this was all against the backdrop last night of the State of the Union address. I did not watch it. I said I couldn't watch it. This is BS. Okay? And as a matter of fact, many people felt like that, including Nancy Pelosi, who ripped up his speech after the State of the Union was done. Now, it all started, obviously, Nancy Pelosi was the one who, there she is ripping it up.
My girl.
All right, but there she goes, ripping it up.
Yep.
Now, it all started, obviously, Trump and her have a long history now because she tried to get him out of office. And she, in the beginning of the speech, apparently, she raised her arm out to shake his hand, and he did not put his hand down.
Class.
Yeah. So then she kind of rolled. Yep, there it goes.
That's rude.
Yeah, she kind of rolled. If we saw the clip after, she kind of rolled her eyes, shrugged her shoulders, and be like, all right, if this is the way we're gonna play, this is the way we're gonna play.
Petty.
She is petty queen.
Petty.
Yeah.
Like, you think she couldn't have ripped that up after the cameras are off? She knew.
Right. Now the whole speech apparently was Donald Trump saying that America's come back. America was a disaster before. Now America's made the greatest American comeback ever. I'm not sure it's a great American comeback with many of his policies. But the only thing he can say is the stock market is up.
The market,
stock market is up.
So,
but whether or not that's because of the President of the United States, I don't know. The stock market was up under President Obama too.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, everyone seems to forget that one.
Just like unemployment. Come
Yeah.
on now. Like.
So now Trump, he played to his base, using selected guests in the audience. He hit on abortion and religion, a mother and young daughter who was born prematurely, to immigration, a man who was killed by an undocumented immigrant. They always parade out some family member who was killed by an undocumented immigrant. Okay? I can tell you this for a fact. All right? For every person that they parade out that there was an undocumented immigrant who committed a crime against an American, there are 1,000, 5,000 Americans who committed crimes against undocumented immigrants. As a matter of fact, the reason I know this is because there is a backlog of U visas that are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people long.
Wow.
Meaning what a U visa is somebody who is undocumented, who is the victim of a serious crime. Not a petty theft, but a serious crime. And they help law enforcement put the bad person in jail as a victim. That line to get that type of visa, those are all for people who are here out of status, is hundreds of thousands of people long.
Wow.
So we know for a fact at least the people who came forward are hundreds of thousands of people.
How often is that a conversation, though?
Americans who committed crimes against undocumented aliens. I don't think Donald Trump can parade out 1,000 American families.
Yeah.
Maybe, I doubt it. I don't know the statistic, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
I doubt he can parade out 1,000 American families that were the victims of crimes committed by illegal aliens. Not to say that somebody who is out of status or undocumented, they're all good people. There's plenty of bad people all over the place.
Right.
Of course.
Documented or not documented, American or not American.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. Nobody's sitting here saying if you're undocumented, you're a good human being. Well, what we are saying is that if you're undocumented, it doesn't make you a bad person.
Yep.
Every man and woman stands for themselves, but not according to Donald Trump.
Nope.
Not according to Donald Trump. Trump proclaimed that the State of the Union is stronger than ever before, boasting of standing up to China, winning new trade deals, and bringing torrents, I don't even know what the word torrent means, but torrents of jobs back to America. Torrents. Now, attorney George Conway, he's married to Kellyanne Conway. You know who Kellyanne Conway is, right? She is the assistant to Donald Trump.
Right.
And this is a crazy marriage that they have because he goes to Twitter every day and basically bashes Trump. She is on CNN supporting all of Trump's craziness. And then they go home at night and eat dinner and sleep together.
Like, that's wild.
It's like, I mean, I would just love to see what happens when the lights go out in that bedroom. All right? I mean...
They probably have to have, like, an agreement. We cannot speak anything about this
at home.
It stays outside of the door.
Leave work at work.
I mean, this is hump day, but can you imagine what goes on? How the anger between the two of them that comes out under those sheets.
It might light a fire.
Yeah.
What did you say about Trump?
Can you imagine? Well, how about this? Can you imagine having sex with your significant other, and all you're talking about is Donald Trump during the whole entire thing?
Awkward.
Can you imagine that one?
I mean, it could be kind of hot.
So
Donald Trump is never hot.
So George Conway kind of summed up the entire impeachment process and what he saw in the State of the Union address last night in a tweet that I read earlier today. It says, congratulations to Donald Trump. In America, where a criminal can remain president, is indeed truly a place where anything can happen.
Huh.
So meanwhile, Pelosi, she unloaded on Trump after.
Rightfully so.
Right. She told House Democrats, according to multiple sources in the room, he shredded the truth, so I shredded his speech. What we heard last night was an absolute disgrace. John Yarmouth, a Democrat of Kentucky, said leaving the meeting that after Pelosi's speech, said that Trump disgraced the House of Representatives by using it as a backdrop for a reality show. Now, I didn't even watch it last night. Did you watch it?
No.
No. Did any of the squad watch it?
Yeah, did you guys watch it?
What did they think?
I mean, a lot of people were already talking about Nancy Pelosi and her being their homegirl, so maybe they did.
Listen to this one. Jeff Posey says Pelosi ripped up the speech like it was a bar tab at Hula Hands.
That's funny.
Yeah, right.
But now, the whole entire thing is an indication that Pelosi basically lost her patience with Trump, this post-impeachment, the president unwilling to acknowledge any wrongdoing, even as some Republicans, as I said, most condemned his behavior. House Republican leaders were quick to condemn Pelosi now, while offering no criticism of Trump's handshake snub, calling her late-night response a petty tantrum. Trump himself weighed in on his own, rapidly retweeting more than a dozen people criticizing Pelosi's actions, many with the hashtag Pelosi tantrum. It's just a whole reality show going on over there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Iowa muddle is not over yet. We still have no winner in Iowa, the first caucus. Do you know how the caucuses work?
How?
I don't know.
Do you understand the difference between a caucus and an election?
You're going to tell me.
So you go to your local town gym, and you kind of line up behind people who you want to support.
Right.
Yeah.
And they have, in these gyms, they have the supporters of each of the presidential. So nobody's voting. You kind of like, all the supporters for Buttigieg go to this corner.
Oh.
All the supporters for Warren go to this corner. All the supporters go in this corner.
Do all states do that?
What?
All states
this
do
is a
that?
caucus. And then it's done individual in each individual town. And then they count how many people are there sitting in the corner for, literally it's done like old-fashioned.
Wow.
You know, it's not done by a ballot. How many people are there sitting in this corner of the gym? How many people in this corner of the gym? And then what they say is, okay, if you don't have a certain amount of people supporting you, though, let's say that they say the threshold is you need 20 people in the gym to support you. If you don't have 20 people, then you get nothing. So there's 10 people supporting Biden. You 10 people with Biden, you got to go into somebody else's corner. Who are you going to pick? You're going to pick Buttigieg. You're going to pick Warren. So they kind of whittle people down until, on 2, 3, 4 levels. Eventually, it seems that Bernie Sanders and Buttigieg were the big winners, although they have not actually been declared the full winners yet.
Because they still don't have the final count?
They don't have the final count yet. They don't have the final count. You know who the winner of all of this is?
Who?
Is Michael Bloomberg.
Oh,
Michael Bloomberg, even though he was not even on the ballot in Iowa, he's the winner of Iowa because Biden is the big loser. So if Biden is the big loser and nobody believes that Buttigieg ultimately is an electable leader, being the mayor of a small city in Indiana, neophyte, you're basically left with Bernie Sanders, who's somewhere between socialist and communist, to lead the Democratic Party. The Democrats, the people in the machine, okay? I'm not talking about your local Democratic voters. I'm talking the machine. You know what I mean by the Democratic machine? The insiders.
Oh, okay.
They don't want Bernie Sanders for two reasons.
Why?
Okay, number one, he's not a registered Democrat. Okay? He's an independent. He's just running on the Democratic ticket, but he's not even registered as a Democrat. Number two, they know, the machine knows, Bernie Sanders is the Democratic leader. You ride your president's coattails, and you then follow along with your person who is going to lead your party in the presidential election, their policies. And I would say 9 out of 10 Democrats, maybe even 99 out of 100 Democrats, whether senators, congressmen, state senators, governors, Bernie Sanders is way left of them. They're going to have a very hard time falling behind Bernie Sanders' policies. And it's going to be, if Bernie Sanders is going to be the president-elect, it is going to be an SHIT show. And it will be Donald Trump all day long. So now, so who's left? In my opinion. Who's left? It's Michael Bloomberg. It's Michael Bloomberg. He's the big winner. As a matter of fact, Michael Bloomberg knows that because I just read today that he has now doubled his spending on television commercials.
Wow.
Leading
He
up
knows
to
what's coming.
He knows. Because there is no. He knows there's an opening for him now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Now, had Biden swept,
right,
then there wouldn't be an opening for Bloomberg.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm surprised he didn't. I thought he was.
Meanwhile, it's Hump Day. That's why we got Nesquik here.
All right.
Do we have any camels?
Yep.
We have some camels?
Bring them out.
Yeah. All right, this is what everybody's waiting for, right?
Make it good.
He's been waiting for 2 weeks
all week. But I'm going to tell you something. That camel, he walked a little faster today.
Right.
All right.
He was doing a little step.
Yeah, he did have a little
He was caged up last week.
Yeah. So I don't know any of these news. Do you know any of this news?
That's the fun part about Hump Day.
I only submitted one.
You only submitted one. I know none of it.
Okay, so mine isn't in there.
Do you know any of these news in here?
No.
We're about so we all find out ahead of time, right? So, excuse me. There's a German woman, and she uses Tinder, but she used Tinder to find help. Tinder.
I'm like, is that a new app we should be on?
Tinder.
Oh.
Yes.
That sounds pretty good.
You're not really looking for a boyfriend. You're just looking for somebody to pet you.
Right. Keep you warm.
Just keep you warm. I just need some tenderness. German woman uses Tinder to help to find help after getting stuck in Europe's most northern point. Now, Yonathan, Vanessa, Brad Squad, listen to this story and let me know if you would think that this was a catfish or an actual call for help. So this German thrill seeker on a trip through Europe turned to a popular dating app as a tool to help after extreme weather caused her camper to get dangerously stuck on the side of a mountain in northern Norway. Lonia Hager, a self-proclaimed adventure hunter, was traveling to Lofoten after visiting the North Cape located in the island of Magaroya when she and a fellow traveler found themselves trapped on an icy mountain. Hager said in an Instagram post, just after 30 minutes driving down to the North Cape, it started raining, the street iced up, we couldn't stay on that one point. The worst, we stopped in front of a mountain going down, next to the street, just an ocean and big rocks, and we stopped exactly behind a curve. She felt helpless against Mother Nature, and she was concerned that at any moment, another car traveling down the hill would crash into them, or worse, that her camper might slide off the cliff, off the mountain, and into the water below. That's when her friend Phil came up with the idea to look for help on Tinder.
That's wild.
Hager wrote in a separate post that showed with her dog, Phil had this weird but actually genius idea to create a Tinder account with me and this fluffy cutie. Wow. She said that 5 minutes after creating the account, she matched with Stan Lolliton. And 5 minutes after that, he came to her rescue with a bulldozer.
What?
Yes. Now, is she an attractive woman? I guess so, yes. Right? Stan came with the help of a bulldozer. I don't know what she looked like. I'm looking now. So Hager said he shaped lines in the ice for the camper, and he shaped lines in the ice for their camper and took them to a parking lot where he fixed their tires and spikes the following day. She thanked him for his help, calling him our hero. He responded saying, I'm glad I could help you guys. Have a nice trip and stay safe on the ice roads of Norway. Now, before her epic adventure, Hager said she spent 3 days driving through Germany, Denmark, Sweden, and Finland before they reached Norway. So now, if you saw a Tinder post and somebody said, help me, I'm stuck on the side of a mountain, would you be swiping left or right, Yonathan?
I would swipe left, meaning no.
No.
But I mean, they're in an ice. No, that could be a catfish.
I mean, yeah, it's just weird. It's just wild. But then, I mean,
if I'm in New York and someone says that, like I'm stuck in a mountain or I don't know what, it'd be like, okay.
Well, obviously, yeah. But I don't know. I don't go on dating apps to go and like be a hero or something.
You're going for what are you on the dating apps for?
I'm saying let me ask you
when you're on a dating app, are you looking for a date or are you looking for a hookup?
It depends on my mood.
Really?
I knew
it. So would you say a majority of the time is hookup or date?
Judge free zone,
right.
yo-yo.
No, date.
It's a
majority of the time.
Majority of the time. So when you go,
it's safer that way.
Yeah.
It's safer that way.
When you go out on a date from someone you meet on a dating app, are you expecting to hook up or you're not? Is that an expectation?
Depends on the vibe.
Depends on the vibe. Now, you have a boyfriend, so I can't even ask you, right?
Yeah, no.
He'll get jealous. He'll be like, Nesquik, what are you on Tinder for?
Brad made me do it.
Right.
Social experiment.
Yes.
That's a good one.
All right. So meanwhile, in the New York Post, they had an article that a social media influencer by the name of Steph Ellswood took what she described as her favorite selfie of all time during a trip to Penguin Beach in Cape Town, South Africa. She says when she took the beach selfie, she wasn't aware of two penguins who were having sex right behind her. She posted this on Instagram.
It's just cute.
Yeah. So she goes, okay, so this is my favorite selfie of all time, but please swipe to the next picture. I was there for about 10 minutes trying to get a good picture next to my new pals, Penny and Gwyn, and they were having sex the whole time. I was being too self-absorbed to notice. Ha ha.
Look at them.
Can you imagine?
What? That's their privacy.
Can you imagine?
What an invasion of privacy.
I think they were having oral sex there. I don't even think they were having sex.
I don't think we would get to the specifics of it.
I don't know. Do penguins even have oral sex?
Penguin sex is penguin sex, okay? Respect the sex.
That definitely looks like a Netflix and chill stance right there.
Did you ever have an embarrassing selfie, like something was behind you, like but not even that you posted? You're like, oh my god.
No, but that was a good one.
That was a good one. I never had that happen to me.
That was really good.
No. Yeah, I never had anything bad happen to me.
It wasn't freaky, but the most I did, I was like taking a video and like some guy ran past me and I was like, oh, look at him, he's got somewhere to go. And then all of a sudden, like the police come like 2 minutes after. It's like, did you see anybody run? They just stole like this purse. I was like, oh snap, I got it on the video. But it wasn't anyone having sex.
That way.
Right.
Now this is now Ellswood. She later learned a little more about penguins, by the way. She wrote, I've just been informed that the penguins on Boulder's Beach are under a lot of stress for the tourists trying to get close. I feel guilty that I contributed to that. I thought that because they weren't reacting when I got close, they weren't bothered by me. So if you're considering visiting the spot, then please be mindful and ask the guards for appropriate distances. I was there, but I never noticed any stressed out penguins.
You saw the penguins?
I was there on Boulder Beach, yeah.
Where is that again?
In Cape Town, South Africa.
Oh.
Yeah, I was there. It's and there's a ton of penguins there. But I didn't know they were stressed out, and I didn't see any penguins having sex.
Well, then you didn't get the experience of a lifetime.
You may have to go back.
Right.
Now, there's a new dating term.
Oh.
I don't know if you ever heard of this. Whelmed. Whelming?
No.
Whelming? Whelming?
No.
You ever hear? I never heard of it either.
Fill us in.
So, anyone who's ever watched 10 Things I Hate About, you know that show?
10 Things I Hate About.
Okay. You'll be familiar with the following question. I know you can be overwhelmed and you can be underwhelmed, but can you ever just be whelmed? Turns out the answer to Chastity's question to Bianca is yes, and not just in Europe. Chastity was played by Gabrielle Union, and Bianca was played by Larissa Oleynik. Now, 10 Things I Hate About You is a 1999 American romantic comedy. It's a modernization of William Shakespeare's late 16th century comedy, The Taming of the Shrew. Now, whelming is a newly coined dating term which describes a behavior you might already be familiar with. In a piece for Self, journalist Patia Brathwaite coined the term to depict a new, shitty dating behavior. She wrote, whelming is what happens when my matches spontaneously lament about how overwhelmed they are by their other matches instead of you. No, like flirting with me. I don't even understand this.
I don't either.
Okay, let me read this again. Yeah. She wrote, whelming is what happens when my matches spontaneously lament about how overwhelmed they are by other matches instead of, flirting with me.
So they're talking about other matches to the date.
So when you are whelmed, I guess it's more like I'm insulted? Is that what that means?
I don't know.
We may have to start using this in...
it can be tough to keep... It says it can be tough to keep up with messages and new messages, contexts. Let alone multiple apps. But humble bragging about being inundated by messages from suitors might not be the best way to make your match feel special.
Okay. Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not
it's like that kind of thing.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, no, we're not using that word.
Now this is something you got to be careful about. That's quick.
Right. Okay.
So please be very careful. All right. An Arizona woman. I don't know if you need this advice.
Right. No, but I might. You never know.
You may not need this advice. You can let me know if you need this advice after. An Arizona woman needed surgery to remove a vibrator that somehow got stuck in her bladder while still vibrating. This unidentified woman from Mesa, Arizona, she said she tried out her new Vesper vibrator necklace in the bedroom with her boyfriend early this month, only using it outside her body. I moved, and out of nowhere, I just felt the real sharp pain. Her first reaction was panic because I just lost something inside of me that was still going off. It was still vibrating. She said every time it went off, it was like my entire abdomen was vibrating. She went to the ER, but the pelvic exams failed to find anything. The emergency room staff wasn't able to find it inside her vagina, but she kept feeling her vagina vibrating.
And then it went sideways?
It was vibrating, but they couldn't figure out where the heck this thing went.
I mean...
I'm going to tell you something. There's something fishy, and I don't mean to say, maybe that's a bad word. Maybe that's a bad word to use with the word vagina, but I think there's something fishy about when she says that she was using it on the outside and it got stuck so far up her that nobody was able to find it.
Yeah, what?
Why does she have a vibrator charm necklace, first of all? Can we just start there?
All right. So she says, I was really surprised when I'm looking at the abdomen and realized that this device is actually in my bladder. The doctor said that they've never seen a case like this in his entire career.
Oh wow.
Now, the vibrator was eventually removed safely through surgery, ending her bad vibrations. Excuse the pun.
Wow.
All right. Now, she plans to file a lawsuit against the vibrator company.
Because of her?
Yeah. The company has worked with Real Housewives star Carol Radziwill in creating this $69 vibrator.
$69.
Yeah. So
now
the company
that gets on my nerves.
So many things.
The company claims it's designed for external use only. We stand behind its safety and quality, but if you're going to stick it up all the way up your vagina, it's all bets off. Now, the company didn't say that second part, but if I was their lawyer, that's basically would be my defense.
That's like
I mean, majority of products will always say like for external use only.
Can you imagine being the lawyer on that deposition? So explain to me how you were using our product again.
Right.
I definitely would be a juror on that. I would accept that juror duty.
Right. Right. This is a story. This is a case. But no, I don't have a charm necklace vibrator to have this problem to answer your initial.
So meanwhile, furthering the vagina vibrator stories. There's now an app. You may be interested in this. Somebody may be interested in this. There is an app on a smartphone game you can play with your vagina to boost your sex life and banish any embarrassing problems.
What?
Now, this new app is to help women to strengthen their vaginas. Okay. So it's a vagina strengthening app. Okay, when people sit down and like, what new app can we come up with?
Right.
This is the one they came up with. It's called Parafit. It claims to help women strengthen their pelvic floor muscles and promises to help improve their bladder control, sexual pleasure, and core strength. Okay. The game has a downloadable app and a pink device fitted with sensors that is inserted into your vagina when you choose to play. It asks users to pick which workout game. Why am I reading all this? It asks users to pick which workout game they want to play. One that helps with pregnancy.
What?
While others help improve incontinence and intimate well-being.
Well, you have to figure when people come up with these apps, we're in a place now where there's basically an app for everything. So people are just sitting down and they're like, what's a problem that needs to be solved? And these folks said, my vagina just isn't strong enough. Let's play a game.
People are walking around with some loose vaginas.
Or
let's make it happen.
Keep it tight.
Or my boyfriend just wants to play video games. So now we are killing two birds with one stone. Video games, and I'm getting pleased.
That's right. What exactly? That's what was said in that brainstorm.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Brilliant.
So it has received backing from gynecologists and is also being tested with therapists and is available for pre-order with a donation to the Indiegogo page. And deliveries are expected in April.
Wow.
So we'll send one to the office. We'll see if anybody wants to take it for a ride.
We'll raffle it.
Take it around the block for a ride.
Yeah, too bad. I can play the game.
Can you imagine Yo-Yo's like, yeah, I'll be the controller.
That was a good one. I like that.
Now remember a few weeks ago, Penis Man was making penises.
The graffiti.
Yeah, the graffiti artist.
Our hero.
Penis Man's been caught.
They found
Penis
him.
Man is now
Guilty.
there he is. There he is, Dustin Schomer in all his glory, a.k.a.
Found him.
A.k.a. they found him.
Free him.
A.k.a. Penis Man.
Free Penis Man.
Penis Man.
I don't think I had made a mental picture of what I didn't imagine what Penis Man would look like.
You weren't expecting that.
No, but I'm.
Now, no pun intended, but the 38-year-old suspect was slapped with criminal damage and mischief. Now, following the arrest, Penis Man has created a GoFundMe page to assist in his legal fees.
Smart.
He says, "I'm broke. I've lost my job. All I have is me and my penis logo. I need help with legal fees to defend myself against the Tempe Police Department. I've got bad post-traumatic stress disorder. I had an AR-15 in my face 2 days ago. That shit's scary."
Wow.
So wow.
Damn, they got that serious?
They got nasty with Penis Man.
Right.
Wow.
Those Tempe police, man, they take their job seriously.
Is this a case any of your attorneys will be up for?
Yes.
You guys would take Penis Man? Would you guys take Penis Man?
If I was in New York, I would take Penis Man's case.
Yeah?
But he's in Arizona. I can't represent Penis Man.
Damn.
I can't represent Penis Man.
Ooh,
Will the lawyer for Penis Man please stand up in court?
Tamika
Who is
Nelson.
representing this Penis Man?
Tamika Nelson said, "Jeff, he looked like you."
Oh wow, Jeff Bosie being called out as a Jeff Bosie
as the Penis Man.
Imagine we can put a picture of Jeff Bosie and Penis Man.
No.
If Penis Man and Jeff Bosie would wear something.
I'm gonna give Jeff a little bit because he usually has good comebacks.
Yeah.
So hang on to that.
I'm waiting for who wore it better, Jeff or Penis Man.
Oh, God.
All right. So now, finally.
Yes.
This United States veteran went from depression to sexy vegan pizza girl.
Oh.
Yes, the veteran has a nice slice and it isn't afraid to show the world. Aileen Johnson, she struggled with her mental health her entire life, including during her time serving in the United States Air Force. Recently, though, she has finally found fulfillment by showing off her pizza tattoos. The vegan, cheese-loving former trooper's health issues began when she was a teen. Johnson of Pittsburgh tells Jam Press, "At age 15, I attempted my first suicide due to years of continuous bullying, verbal abuse, harassment from other students. Now the 24-year-old enlisted in the military to gain a sense of purpose, but her demons followed her. But I knew I had to make a change, and I was willing to take risks, and in June 2019, I competed in my first powerlifting competition, placing second as a junior, all while promoting my obsession for pizza. She took her hobbies to Instagram. She now boasts 174,000 followers on the Fit Pizza Girl account, and it's all thanks to flaunting her giant pizza-shaped heart tattoo on her butt. Now, we have our very own Pizza here, who says that she will be starting her own Pizza Instagram account, and she's going to double down and do a pizza tattoo on both of her butts.
Oh, is that what Pizza's doing? You got one tattoo, I'm getting two.
Lord.
All right. Okay, and then finally, and by the way, that's fake news. Pizza will not be starting an Instagram account with pizza on her butts. And finally, Domino's debuts an engagement ring worth more than $9,000. So when Aileen meets the love of her life, we found her the perfect engagement ring. Domino's Pizza is hoping to make 2020 the year that pizza and love finally come together.
Come on now.
On Monday, Domino's in Australia debuted the design of a one-of-a-kind diamond-encrusted pizza-shaped engagement ring on its Twitter page and promised one lucky pizza lover the opportunity to pop the big question and profess their love for pizza at the same time. The pizza chain also revealed details of the ring, which they say is worth more than $9,000.
That's ridiculous.
According to their website, fans can enter to win the ring by submitting a 30-second video detailing how you would involve pizza in your proposal. Now, think you found your slice of heaven and are ready to say, I cheese you, writes Domino's for the contest? We've given one lucky pizza lover the chance to make a truly romantic proposal this Valentine's Day. So, let me ask you a question. Now, you are not married.
No, or engaged.
Or engaged. But if you were given an opportunity to win a free Domino's pizza engagement ring, would you be happy with that proposal?
I would rather have like pizza Domino's for like ever,
right?
Rather than the ring. Like I would rather them just be like, you know what, Nesquik, like you just get infinite amount of pizza forever over a ring. No, I'm not taking that.
Can you imagine? You walk around, you're like, my fiance just entered in this Domino's pizza, and he was so cheap. He won the contest and gave me this cheesy ring.
Yeah, no.
I mean, whoever's doing the marketing for this.
That's
really that's actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
I think that's a waste.
All right. All right. We're gonna hold the rest.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to it's the end of our hump day. Let's get to some immigration questions. Why don't you tell everybody what they need to do?
Yep.
So we're going to answer some immigration questions.
Real quick. All right, this is what you guys have all been waiting for. We're about to start answering immigration questions. So the first thing I need everybody on Facebook to do is start your watch parties.
Watch party time.
Now all you have to do is click share and then start. It'll say host a watch party or start a watch party. It'll let you know how many friends you have online. It will take the video from this page to your page. You are the host. Let everybody know what the show is about and let them know that we are about to start answering questions right now. What are we going to do on YouTube?
On YouTube, guys, if you aren't already, you should be subscribed and your notification bell should be on, and we have to share the show. You can share on YouTube, share it as a post, and let people know that we are on live right now, and Brad is about to answer all your immigration questions. Like we were saying earlier, it is so important to share. Brad is about to feed you guys with so much information since we're talking about pizza. Let's just turn that way. And let's get ready, guys, to have Brad give the answers to your immigration questions.
Did we say anything about watch parties?
I did.
You did. Was that the first words out of your mouth?
Yes.
Because I don't see one person starting a watch party.
Where are the parties?
Nobody's starting a watch party. I don't even think they even heard you say that, Yo-Yo.
Squad.
Come on, squad.
It's time.
They did.
They did not. They didn't hear you.
They did.
I didn't hear you.
You missed it.
That's because you weren't paying attention.
Why don't you tell him one last time?
He was warming up.
Go back to him.
All right, everybody. Can you please start your watch parties? All you have to do is click share. A couple options down. It'll say start your watch party or host a watch party. It'll let you know how many friends you have online. I need everybody to do this. And so Brad understands that I said this. Can you please confirm in the comment section that you guys did this? Please. I would get on my knees if you could see me down there.
Cordella Douglas. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the time you've been waiting for when I answer your immigration questions. There we go. All right, let's go to Emma in Atlanta. Emma, how are you?
Hi, good afternoon. I'm calling. Good evening. I'm calling on behalf of a friend.
Yes.
Okay, he's been married for 6 years. He got his 2-year and then filed the I-75 one.
I-751 to remove the conditions of his permanent residence.
Yes, it was pending for 2 years. While he was waiting, he called and asked if he could file for his citizenship. He said they told him yes.
Okay.
So he did that. He passed. He went for the interview. They told him that he has to wait for the
I-751
ceremony.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
The oath ceremony.
Great.
Wait 2 weeks, but then he never got he never got anything about the oath ceremony. Then he said he got a letter in the mail a year later. Get a letter in the mail saying that his I-751 was denied because he never showed up for the interview. So he told them he didn't get a letter, and then.
All right, so this is the bottom line. The law is that, yes, you can file for your citizenship if your I-751 is pending for more than a year, because at that point you've been in a bona fide marriage with your spouse for 3 years. So the law says you're allowed to do it. The problem is I never see immigration actually approve those cases. It screws everybody up. So my opinion, although that's what the law says you can do, my opinion is get the I-750, and this is for everybody out there, and then we'll help you particularly. Get the I-751 approved first, and then do your citizenship. Now, in this particular case, apparently he misunderstood what happened because he did not get approved, because if he got approved, he would have gotten his citizenship and I-751 approved simultaneously. He has not, that has not happened. So he has to refile a new I-751 now before he gets put in deportation.
Yeah, because he said it was the citizenship under I-7 whatever was denied, and now he has 1 month left, the stamp that they gave him on his passport.
No. He does not have 1 month left on his stamp on his passport.
Well, it's expired in a month.
No, yes, but it's expired today. When that I-751 is denied, that's the end of the stamp, no matter how many days you have left on it. So he is now out of status. He's going to be waiting for a notice to go before a judge for deportation. What I would suggest is that he files very quickly a new I-751 before he gets put in deportation. By him filing for his citizenship, and by him listening to they, and by him calling and speaking to they effed him up. And they take no responsibility for it whatsoever. File a new I-751 tomorrow, extend your green card, and unfortunately he's going to have to wait 18 months for a new interview and prove it's a bona fide marriage.
Okay, but right now he and his wife are getting divorced. Can he do that?
So then file based on a waiver, based on a bona fide marriage that is now in process of getting divorced. File it that way. He needs. By the way, Emma, if any human being needed help, it sounds like it's this guy. He's on his way to getting deported. He's done everything wrong. If anybody needs a consultation, it sounds like it's this guy. Not because he's not qualified for a green card, because he's doing all the wrong procedures.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. That's my opinion. In my humble opinion.
Right. Professional opinion.
Because Jill always corrects me during the schmooze, because I give my opinions as if they're fact.
Right.
And they're really my opinions.
Yes.
Okay.
So she says I should say in my opinion, because
That's
we don't
good.
know if it's a fact.
That's just
for example, when I said the biggest winner is Michael Bloomberg. It's not a fact, it's my opinion.
Right.
So I should say it is in my opinion the biggest winner is Michael Bloomberg.
Right. That's just like Wendy Williams. She
What?
always has to say allegedly. You know, that's like her thing.
That's her thing.
Yeah.
I just assume when I say something, it's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because you're saying it.
I'm saying it.
She's more on the gossip end, though.
Right.
But like, just like how you always have to say, in my opinion.
In my opinion.
She always says
Allegedly.
allegedly.
All right. In my opinion, we should
Save
speak
that
to
ass.
Hassan. Hassan, in my opinion, I'm speaking to you. Are we speaking to Hassan? Hassan. It is my opinion that we are speaking to Hassan. I could be in error. Hassan. You see, it's not a fact that I would be talking to Hassan. There is a perfect example. In my opinion, I'm speaking to Denise. Denise, are you there? How are you?
Good.
Good. What's going on?
Thank you for taking my call. Now,
Yes.
I have two questions.
Yes.
I got married to a U.S. citizen in June 2018. We decided to file last year, October, did my biometrics in November. Now, the first question is, on an estimate, how long do you think it would take for me to get a work permit?
Less than 6 months.
Less than 6 months. Okay. Now, here's the situation. 3 weeks ago, he decided out the blue that he was tired of paying the bills on his own, and he packed and left.
Well, that's
He
a
has
problem.
closed our accounts together.
That's a
He
big
has
problem.
Basically cut off all communication now.
That's a huge problem.
Would you suggest I go to the interview proving that it was a bona fide marriage and that he abandoned me? And what are my chances of getting the actual green card?
Based on you going to an interview, proving it was a bona fide marriage and he abandoned you, your chances, unfortunately, of getting a green card are 0. You have to show up to an interview with your spouse and prove at that moment it is bona fide, and the only way to do it is prove you live together at that moment of the interview and you're in a financial relationship. If you show up without a spouse, you will be denied. If you don't show up, you will be denied. The same thing happens either way. In these situations when the spouse packs up and leaves you holding a bag with an application that's pending, for a green card, and I mean literally shows doesn't give two you know what about you. It's a terrible thing. Okay, and leaves you basically hanging there your whole life. You got three choices.
I'm about to be evicted and everything. I can't pay the bills on my own.
Yeah, you got three choices. Okay. Well, you already filed the adjustment, so you might as well go for the biometrics and get your work permit, so at least you can get a job.
Right. I already did the biometrics in
So you might as well
November.
wait on your work permit. Don't do anything. Okay. Number two. But now, ultimately, you got three choices. One is start a divorce and then fall in love again and enter into a bona fide marriage. People fall in love, fall out of love, fall back in love again. People switch from girlfriend to girlfriend, from wife to girlfriend. It happens. It's life.
Right.
Okay? Fall in love, refile again before you get put in deportation. Option one. Option two, go out into this world, find this guy, knock some sense into him, and get his ass back into your home. Now, when I say knock some sense into him, I don't want you to literally physically say, well, Brad told me to knock you out. You know, I'm saying, you know, talk to him. Okay? Or three, file an abuse case if in fact you can prove physical abuse or extreme emotional abuse. But if you can't, then that would be, you know, just prolonging a slow death.
Right. Now, would I go into deportation if, you know, he doesn't come back?
It's very likely in this day and age, when your adjustments get denied, it is more likely than not that you will be placed in removal. Now, there's more people getting adjustments denied than they have immigration judges. So that not every last person is getting put in removal. But you know, the old game of Russian roulette, you don't want the bullet when you when you do whatever that thing is on the chamber, on the gun. What is that called, Yo-Yo? You know, when you play Russian roulette and they're not the safety. They put a bullet in the thing, the gauge, and the thing goes around.
Russian roulette.
Russian roulette. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You don't want the bullet to be on yours.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so very much. And you're doing a great job, by the way.
Thank you. So number one. Okay. This is my advice to you. Go find the man, but keep your eyes open for another man. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Uncle Brad.
All right. You're welcome. All right. How was that for advice, right?
Cupid Uncle Brad.
Cupid Uncle Brad.
That's what we're doing in February.
Yes. All right. Nader in Chicago. Nader.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
I came here to United States with my wife with a green card, with DV lottery, 10 years green card.
Where you from?
Yeah.
He's from
and then
Where are you from, Nader?
I'm from Algeria.
You're from Algeria. Okay. Now, okay. Nader from Algeria came here on a lottery 10 years ago with his wife. And the question is what?
Yeah. A question, it's happened to me like I got a misdemeanor from me.
You got a misdemeanor?
And, yeah.
For what?
Just a fight. I fight with a guy, and the charges are like it's a body harm misdemeanor.
All right. So some sort of assault. Did you go to jail?
Yeah.
Did you go to jail?
No.
Okay.
No.
No jail.
No.
Okay.
No jail. I didn't. I'm not convicted yet.
Okay.
It's in a March. The verdict is in a March.
So now the question is what?
Does affect this my when I apply for a citizen?
Absolutely. You have to prove good moral character. If you're found guilty of something that's not good moral character, even if you're arrested, it's evidence of perhaps having poor moral character. You may also be found guilty of an offense that makes you deportable. So this affects your citizenship, this affects your green card, this affects everything in your life here.
Oh.
So this is my advice. Obviously, try not to be found guilty. But if you are forced to plead guilty to something, do not do it. You say to the judge, I need time to speak to a lawyer to find out what the consequences are of pleading guilty to this offense before I say, yes, I'm guilty. I'm coming back another day. Is that okay? And the judge will has to say yes. And then speak to an immigration lawyer. And then when you know what your deal is, find out if that's a problem. And then you decide what you need to do. But I can't tell you because we don't even know what you're pleading guilty to if you'll even be found guilty.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir.
You all right? All right, hang in
right.
there. All right. Mark in Brandon, Florida. Mark.
Hi, Brandon. How are you?
How are you?
Good. I have a question. I had a C1D visa together with my I-94, and they both expired. So I was in a relationship for many years before I was put in removal proceedings. We have posted the bond, me and my wife, and we went to court. We also got married at the same time. So, we got married after the removal proceedings were initiated. So in court, we got a continuance. We got the I-130 approved, the interview, and then the next time in court, we've been given PD, prosecutorial discretion. So we can proceed with the I-601A waiver.
Great.
Because I couldn't adjust.
So what's the question?
The question is, many years passed by and we haven't done anything pretty much. NVC received notice that I will fire.
Why have you not filed the provisional waiver?
Because it was abuse involved in a relationship, and it's just many years passed by without doing anything.
So are you and your wife together still, or you're not together?
No, we divorced in 2018, and that was the
okay. So
that was one of the
when in 2018 did you get divorced?
In May, if I'm not mistaken. In May we filed for the divorce, but the divorce judgment was finalized in September 2018.
Okay, so let me tell you exactly what you need to do right now. If you get, if you got divorced based on abuse, you have 2 years from the date in which the divorce is final to file an abuse case or forever hold your peace. You should
from
be
the judgment.
From the judgment. So you have till September 2020 to file a VAWA case. You should be filing an I-360 immediately. If you're able, let me finish my sentences. If you get your I-360 approved and you can prove the abuse, you then go back to the immigration judge, you recalendar your case, and because you're now an abused spouse rather than just in a bona fide marriage, believe it or not, in a bona fide marriage you couldn't adjust your status, but as an abused spouse you can. And then you'll be able to adjust your status here. But you have about 6 months to do it.
Okay, but this is my question actually. She's a U.S. citizen, so can I file the I-360 as an abused spouse directly with USCIS if I'm already in removal proceedings?
Yes.
Or, can I attach the I-485?
No.
No?
I'll tell you what you can do.
Okay.
You can hire a lawyer who knows what he's doing. You got about 6 months before you fuck up your life. So hold on 1 second. Let's go to Amaka in Whittier. Excuse me. For Whittier, California. Amaka.
Hello, Brad.
How are you? I was just in Whittier, California 3 months ago. How are you?
I'm fine.
Do you know what Whittier, California? You know what's in Whittier, California? Whittier College. Whittier College. Right?
Oh, Whittier, yeah.
Yeah, you know who went to Whittier College?
No. Who?
Richard Nixon. No.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, but you know Whittier College, the funny thing about Whittier College is they got a lacrosse program. And I know a kid by the name of Zach Bernstein is going to go play there next year.
Yeah. Whittier is the place I did my first. What do you have to do? The driving school after
driver's
you get
ed.
No, it wasn't driver's ed. This is when I got my first tickets.
Oh, you
to
had
get
to
the points taken out.
Like your
safety class.
Safety drive.
It was the worst. That's the only reason why I don't like Whittier. So sorry.
I'm going to help you.
This is Florida.
Okay,
or Cali. The wrong one. Cali.
Okay, Brad. I have 2 questions.
Yes.
Okay, number 1. Please, I would like to know if the ban affect Nigerians that have already filed their adjustment of status and are waiting for interview here in the U.S.
It sounds like it does. If you don't have your interview by February 24th, based on what I'm reading, it sounds like it is. Now, it is very possible. It's very possible, and most likely, if that's the case, there's going to be a lawsuit. At least, I would think there's going to be a lawsuit for an injunction against the Nigerian bar. So I think at least in the short term, people who have their pending adjustments, there's going to be an injunction, and immigration's going to have to adjudicate those cases. I think also that there's a Constitution in the United States of America, and as part of the Constitution of the United States, can't say we're going to give you a benefit, take money for an application and say we're going to give you a benefit, and then after the fact have an executive order by a president, not even a law by a Congress, saying we're taking away that benefit. That to me would be a procedural due process violation of the Constitution. So I think there's a lot of lawsuits that will ultimately be coming down the pipe or the pike. Is it come down the pipe or the pike? Either one. Either one. Whether it's a pike or a pipe, I'm not sure. But either one, it's coming down. And I think that those who have pending adjustments, either because immigration will rule and make a final determination saying that people who have their adjustments can complete them, or if they make the final rule that they cannot complete those adjustments, I believe there will be lawyers who bring lawsuits for injunctions. So my guess is that ultimately people who have their pending adjustments who are Nigerians, to make a long and short of it, will ultimately some way, somehow get through. But at the moment, if you're asking me at this moment, will you get through? Not based on Trump's proclamation, but a lot's going to happen between now and then.
Okay, because I'm waiting for my interview.
So what I'm saying to you, Amaka, hang in there. The final word hasn't been said yet.
Okay.
All right, hang in there and keep watching.
Okay, second question.
What?
What of Nigerians that have 2-year detempt green card and are waiting to remove their condition?
That's different. That's different. They're fine.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And we have a answer. Sandra Salinas says pipe.
Oh,
it's coming down the pipe.
I mean, that makes sense.
It makes sense you would come down the pipe.
Yeah. Not a
but you would also come down the pike like the turnpike.
Yeah.
Jersey.
But
right? Yeah, exactly. That would be way too Jersey, right?
Yeah. Basically, there's no turnpike in California.
Yeah. So basically, in 49 states, you're coming down the pipe. But in one state, New Jersey, it's coming down the pike.
9 states.
It's coming down the pike, right?
Always trying to be different.
There are no turnpikes in California, right? Lots of turnpikes in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Very strange. You ever wonder why you park in a driveway and drive on a parkway? That's strange too. Some things have no answers.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Michelle.
I never thought of that. Now my mind is going.
Let's go to Michelle in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Michelle.
Yeah, hi, Brad.
How are you?
Good. Good job and keep your show.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Doing a great job.
I try my best.
Anyhow.
Thank you.
Calling about my stepmom and sister.
Yes.
They got interviewed for their immigrant visa.
Yes.
And they were put under administrative processing. And my sister is already 21, soon to be 22. How would that affect her age with coming to America?
Well, if they've already interviewed her, then she should be under the Child Status Protection Act. So she should be.
Okay.
She should be okay. I can't guarantee you, but she should be okay.
Yeah, they had
but if they've been
everything.
under administrative processing for more than 4 months, then that's a problem, and I think somebody should get involved in it.
Okay, because they had an interview and everything, and then
When was the interview? When was the interview?
The interview was December 20th.
Okay, so it's only been like 5 weeks, 6 weeks. Give it 4 months. If you haven't heard anything, give me a call. But they should hear something in 4 months or less.
In 4 months. Can I ask another question?
Yes.
Okay, if someone missed their biometric appointment, what happens there? Are they gonna
go on the next Wednesday and just go do it with the missed appointment notice? They'll let you in.
Oh, okay, because they never received a notice actually, because they had moved and they never informed.
Then they got to contact immigration for a new notice and then get in there. Other than other than that, they're never going to get their process moving.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Bye.
All right, let's go to Milton in Holtville, Alabama. Milton.
Hello.
How are you, Milton?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. What's going on?
Good. Yeah. I got a question. I got married 2012 back into America from Liberia, and unfortunately, the marriage didn't work, and I got a divorce, and I remarried, and I wondered if it would start the same way from the beginning, like the 2 years, or it would start like if I apply for green card, give me the 2 year or the 10 years.
You'll get a 2 year. You're going to get a 2 year green card if you get your green card, and the marriage to your second wife, you get your green card before the 2nd year anniversary. It's going to be a 2 year green card.
Oh, okay. But a second question. The immigration, the American government passed a law that all American that was here, all the Liberians that was here 2014 due to the Ebola status that occurred in
November 24th. Was it November 24th or November 14th? I forgot the date now. But it's either 24th or 14th, 2014. You have an amnesty from Liberia, and you have to prove that you've been here every day up until.
Yeah, I've been here too that time. Can I apply for that?
Yeah, you should do that over the marriage, because you'll get a permanent green card and be done.
Yeah, but I've already applied before they announced that.
So that you can do your marriage case if you want to choose to do that, or you can draw it and do the Liberian amnesty. That's up to you. You may want to have a consultation to see which one's better for you.
So it's like I still do I have to reapply for that?
You would have to reapply for it. If you only have 1 year to do it, by the way. You got to get it done by December 20th.
Oh, okay.
All right, hold on. I think you need a consultation. Hold on 1 second, all right? But I think, to me, if you can do the Liberian amnesty, because it's so easy, just prove your November 20th. Yeah, because it's
That's
December
what I was
20th.
seeing, too.
Yeah, because I was about to say, because I know it has to be done by December 20th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Uncle Brad had a brain freeze for a second. I said November 21st. Then I said, wait, November 14th. But it's actually, but then I said, I was correct when I said, you got to get it done by December 20th.
Yeah.
And then I was saying to myself, well, then it has to be November 20th because it's 1 year.
Right.
They only gave you 1 year.
Yep.
So thank you very much, Yo-Yo, for unfreezing.
So we're here for Uncle Brad.
Unfreezing Uncle Brad's brain there for a second. Meanwhile, in today's Spar and Bernstein's Close-Up, tax attorney Carmela Waldron explains why you need a tax attorney, particularly if you're audited. You want to save money under the new Tax Cuts and Jobs Acts, or you owe back taxes. Let's watch.
The tax code is very complicated, and the IRS is only looking to collect the most amount of taxes that you owe. If you hire an attorney, someone like me, who is very knowledgeable about the tax code, it can help you save money in taxes. Under the changes that were made under the new tax law, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, that was passed in 2017. There are so many changes that were made to the tax code, and I actually saw refunds decrease. So when you hire an attorney like myself, it can tell you ways in which you can save money in taxes. One of the biggest misconceptions of the tax law is that people believe they don't have to pay taxes. If you receive income, even cash income, you have to file a tax return if you make more than $400 for the whole year if you're self-employed. And another misconception is that people think their tax debt will eventually go away. It does not. So it's best to address it as soon as possible. And you can hire someone like me to see if you qualify for an offer and compromise application to settle your tax debt, because the IRS can be very aggressive, and also states like New York could garnish your paycheck, levy your bank account, suspend your driver's license if you do not resolve your tax debt.
Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. All right, Emma in Kingston, Jamaica. Emma.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I have a question. I got married last September 2019 to my boyfriend in West Palm Beach.
Right.
However, I was on the J1 program, right, because I'm in school.
Sure.
So I had to return home to finish school. So now I'm planning to return the ending of this month. I was wondering, I'm returning on my regular visa.
On what
I'm
type of
sorry?
visa? What type of visa are you returning on?
On my visitor's visa.
Okay. Did you have a 2-year home residence requirement?
I'm sorry?
Did you have a 2-year home residence requirement?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So when you return on your visitor's visa, let me just tell you exactly what you need to do. You need to be visiting. If you're coming back on your visitor's visa to get married, A, you'll be turned around at the airport if they know that. B, if you get married within the first 90 days, you'll be denied a green card. Now.
No, I'm already married. I got married September last year.
Let me give you some more advice. If you are coming to America to get a green card based on marriage to a U.S. citizen, you will be turned back at the airport. You're not allowed to come on a visitor's visa for the purposes of getting a green card. If you are coming to visit and 90 days passes, 90 days, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months goes by, and then you say, say to yourself, ever see that emoji, with the guy going like this? Okay? You do this emoji, and then you say, wow, maybe I should just get my green card, and you change your mind. But don't do nothing for the first 90 days.
Oh, okay. So that's what I wanted to know, if the 90-day rule still applies.
Still applies.
Okay, thank you.
You're very
I have
welcome.
another question. Since I have my tax return to file and he does, do you recommend us filing together right now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
All right. Let's see what happened to her there. Go. Brandon in Chicago. Brandon.
Hey, Brad. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Quick question. I've just filed for my divorce from my wife. So right now, my question is, if I'm filing for my waiver, do I have to resubmit everything that I submitted to the immigration from the beginning of my marriage?
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Submit every document that you have to prove you and your wife are in a bona fide marriage, whether you submitted it before or not.
Even if they have my file?
Even if it's in your file, submit it again. Don't think that they're going to go back and look at your file. They're just going to look at your application and go, he submitted nothing.
Oh,
right.
Got you.
All
right, thank you.
Okay. Let's go to Navindra in Queens. Navindra.
Yeah, hi.
How are you?
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm in charge with a misdemeanor, but I get an ACD and I get a disposition. Can I file for citizenship?
When was the ACD?
Like a year ago.
You can, but it could affect your good moral character, but nothing bad will happen to you. You might as well try.
So I can go ahead and do it?
The answer is you can do it. Nothing bad will happen to you. They either give you citizenship or not. You got to prove good moral character. The fact that you got arrested, even though the case was ultimately dismissed, doesn't necessarily mean you have bad moral character. It doesn't necessarily mean you have good moral character. You're kind of in the middle. So you're going to have to bring more documentation to prove good moral character. The answer is yes, you can do it. There's no guarantee you'll become a citizen. Yes, you can do it. If you don't become a citizen, nothing bad happens to you. So go do it.
Oh, okay. It's not deportation or
No.
Oh, okay.
All
Thank
right.
you very
You're
much, sir. Thanks.
Right. And in the answer to Sandra Salinas' question, what happened to only one question, LOL? The answer to that question is... That's your second question, Sandra. I'm sorry. I'm only answering one question. Let's go to Abigail in Newark, New Jersey. Abigail.
Hi, Brad. How are
Yes.
you?
How are you?
I'm good. I have a question, right? In my previous marriage, we were married and everything. It didn't work out, but my husband had a Medicaid and he got Affinity Plus for me, I think.
Right.
Right. So I'm saying I have that. If I use that, is it going to be a problem for the new changes if in the future I decide to get married and refile?
The answer is yes.
Okay, so I shouldn't use it.
If you can figure out another way, the answer is yes. Because Affinity Plus is like an Obamacare thing, right?
I'm not even so sure, but if you're telling me, then
is it for low-income people? What is it for?
Yeah, it's like an health card. It's an health card.
See, I'm not in health. I'm not in healthcare. If it's for low-income people, they're going to say yes. It's some sort of government assistance. The answer is it would be a negative against you. It's not fatal, but if you can afford not to have it, that would be better.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Let's go to Omar in Brooklyn. Omar.
Hi. Good evening, sir. I have two questions that I want to ask.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Pertaining to like if you go on your interview but you don't get a decision as yet, and like a 2-year anniversary is coming up, if they made a decision after after the 2-year anniversary, will you get the 10-year green card?
Yes.
Okay. And how long after the interview should you get a decision?
It should, by law, it's supposed to be 120 days, but who says they ever follow the law?
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Okay.
Thank you very
You're
much.
Romaine in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Romaine.
Hey, how are you doing today,
Good. What's
Brad?
going on?
Good. I just have a question.
Yes.
I was in jail over here in Pittsburgh, but all my charges were dismissed. I didn't have no charges or nothing.
Yes.
Then I was in the deportation whenever I leave jail. After all of that, I have an I-130 that is reopened from 2017, and from that I'm still waiting for a decision. Like, how long can they draw this out for?
But you don't have a criminal record, right?
No, because
what's the I-130 is by who? Your wife?
Yeah.
They can draw it out for the rest of eternity, but what I would suggest is if you have a pending I-130 and you have a criminal record and you're in deportation, my opinion is get a good lawyer and start getting this thing done. Because, they can drag it out forever unless you start putting pressure on them. And that pressure could be just harassing them. That pressure could be a mandamus action or a threat of a mandamus action. We got to see where we can put pressure on them to get a decision made.
All right, thank you.
So hold on one second. All right. By the way, for Romaine's call, but I thought it was going to be way too corny. You tell me if I should have said this.
Romaine lettuce.
I would have said, let us go to Romaine in Pittsburgh. You think that would have been too corny?
You're just so quick today.
Let us go to Romaine. Romaine needs a dressing down.
We're having too much fun today, Brad, okay? We're here for serious business. Answer these people's questions, okay?
I couldn't help it. Sandra in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Sandra.
Hey, Brad, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm fine. I have a quick question.
Yes.
So I'm a green card holder, and I'm trying to get a low-income house. So will it affect me when I go to do my citizenship?
No.
So can I go ahead and
do it?
Low-income?
Go ahead and do it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right?
All right. You're welcome. All right. By the way, if you didn't get a chance to have your immigration questions answered by me, you can always ask a question on our social media. We're going to be checking in to our social media check-in in a few minutes. Or you can follow me on Instagram at RealBradBernstein. If you follow me at Instagram at RealBradBernstein, you got to follow me and then drop me a DM. I'll try to help you. Lots of people I help, and they come back with question after question. There's some people who just don't know when enough is enough. And keep asking and more and more and more and more and more.
You just need to get a consultation.
And then at that point, I'm like, yes, a consultation. After 10th or 12th question. But I'm still nice. I answer it. It was just that one day where I said one question per person. But Sandra Salinas, I keep answering the questions.
Yeah.
People come back to me on those DMs.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9. But sometimes I can't answer it because it's just way too complicated for a yes or no.
Text, yep.
Right.
So then at that point, I'll tell you to have a consultation with me. But I'm trying to help you as best as I can. So you can always drop me a DM. And while you're visiting me on at RealBradBernstein on Instagram, it's always nice to like my picture, feed my ego a little bit. You can also follow us at Bradshaw Live. If you follow us at Bradshaw Live and you just happened in the last 2 weeks to like our post about our free consultation, and you happened to have tagged 5 people on that post for a free consultation, it is very possible that your name would be in this drum.
Yep.
The drum I'm yelling about at the top of my voice. The drum that I will lose my voice, I put it the wrong way.
Yeah, you
It
gotta
has to
spin
go this
it.
way. I'm the spinner.
Yeah, you gotta spin it, Brad.
So what we said was that if you liked this post for the free consultation, if we can put it up, and you tagged 5 people in this post,
Or
and
more.
you followed at Bradshaw Live, we would put you in our machine, in our drum, to pick out a free consultation. And we're going to ask Yo-Yo for one hand, and we're going to ask Nesquik for another hand.
All right.
You can choose to put your hands in independently of each other, or together.
I see people are a lot more smarter because we have a lot more
Correct.
Names.
We have about 80 or 90 names in here this time.
Whoa.
One guy is stuck up there. Let's put him back down. And do you want to do this together or separate?
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
After I get this.
Yeah. Frog
yes.
out your
Tamika
throat.
Nelson wants to know why I'm yelling. I don't know. Sometimes.
I'm so sorry.
Nesquik.
I'm so excited.
Nesquik.
I just
take a breath.
I'm choked up with the sweater.
Nesquik. Take a breath. Join us back. Okay.
All right, team. Here we go. Our first winner is Main_babe.
Ooh.
All right. We don't know
25.
who Main_babe is, but she just won. Or maybe we do know. We just may not know. Nesquik is Nesquik coming down with the coronavirus.
Don't say that.
Oh, God forbid. Knock on wood.
Hey, you keep on doing it this way.
I'm sorry.
All right, Yo-Yo, stick your hand to this. See who's the other winner.
All right, now I'm good.
Yo-Yo, come on, man.
All right. The next one is JXGGY_. So Jiggy _.
All right, so both of these people, we have Main_babe 25, and we have JXGGY _. If you drop Pizza a DM in our @Bradshaw Live Instagram feed and give her your real name and telephone number, we'll reach out to you and you'll have your free consultation with me, valued at $200. Now I'm told, I don't know if this is a fact or not. I'm going to give you my opinion.
In your opinion?
In my opinion, we should have a new contest that starts right now.
Okay. Do it.
In my opinion, Pizza told me she was going to put it up. This is our new contest. Yo-Yo, can you check Instagram right now?
Doing it right now.
On @Bradshaw Live, where it says win a free consultation with Bradshaw, with Brad Bernstein, a value of $200.
It is the second post right now.
It is the second post right now. Okay, so if you are watching right now and you want to possibly be like Main_babe 25 or JXGGY _, you can right now follow @Bradshaw Live. You can go to that post where it says win a free consultation with Brad. It's on our first line right now, right in the middle. Let's put that graphic up so everyone can see what it is. You like this graphic on Instagram @Bradshaw Live. You tag 5 people in the comment section.
Yep.
Your name will be put into our machine 1 time. You tag 10 people, it'll be put in twice. You tag 15 people 3 times. You tag 20 people 4 times. And next Wednesday on Hump Day, sometime after our last vagina discussion and our green card discussion, as we get to telling people to follow us on Instagram, only on Hump Day, can you put those 2 things together?
Yes.
We will give somebody a free consultation.
And they get to ask more than one question at this consultation.
Right. But in this consultation, by the way, I will only answer immigration questions. I will not answer any Hump Day questions. All right, that's quick. And Yo-Yo, why don't you promote anything you need to promote?
Alrighty, squad. So you should already be following @Bradshaw Live, and then why not follow me as well @Vanessa.Contreras TV.
And you guys can all follow me @Yonathan Elias TV.
All right, so Spar and Bernstein partner and personal injury attorney, Moshe the Bulldozer Baruch. He joined me to discuss what to do if you're a pedestrian or a bicyclist who gets hit by a car. Let's watch. According to statistics, car accidents cause over 40,000 fatalities and on average 2 million serious or permanent injuries every year in the United States. Unfortunately, it has been reported that these numbers continue to rise despite improvements in automobile safety features. Perhaps the reason is the number of drivers on the road. In 2019, there were more than 227 million licensed drivers in the United States, according to Carsurance.net. Statista.com reported that in 2017, New York was the state with the 4th highest amount of licensed drivers, coming in at over 12 million drivers. Serious vehicular accidents are terrifying and catastrophic to be involved in on many different levels, physically, emotionally, and financially. Having a good attorney to pursue compensation for you after a car accident is important because the process can be incredibly difficult even when all involved parties are insured. With me today to explain what to do if you or a loved one are involved in a serious automobile accident in New York is Spar and Bernstein partner and personal injury attorney, Moshe the Bulldozer Baruch. Moshe, how are you?
Good, how are you, bud?
So we're talking car accidents today. We previously talked on a different segment about what to do if you're in a car accident, but we didn't talk about what do you do if you're a pedestrian on the street. In New York, Mayor de Blasio, one of his signature campaigns is to reduce the number of fatalities in the state of New York by cars hitting pedestrians, or at least certainly in the city of New York. So what do you do? God forbid, you're on a street, you're in a crosswalk, you're on a sidewalk, and you get hit by a car. What do you do in these situations?
If you're a pedestrian and a motor vehicle strikes you, the first thing you should do is call the police. If you can't call the police, ask somebody to call the police. Get an ambulance at the scene of the accident immediately. Try not to move from your original position because that matters. You want to take pictures of the person who struck you, take a picture of his license plate because, Brad, you of all people know, people flee the scene of the accident because they're terrified of whether they're under the influence of alcohol, if they're uninsured. So get pictures as soon as you can.
All right, now let me ask you a question. You have pictures or you have an ambulance come. Is there any difference in the laws if you get hit by a car as a pedestrian versus as a driver?
So the difference between getting struck by a vehicle while you're pedestrian as opposed to being inside of a vehicle is whatever vehicle that you're inside of, if you're struck, that insurance company will pay for your no-fault benefits, as opposed to if you're struck as a pedestrian by a motor vehicle, that motor vehicle that struck you will pay for your no-fault benefits.
Okay, now talking about no-fault benefits, let's talk about what are no-fault benefits, what do you get, how do you get it, and is there a time frame in which you need to do it?
So the New York State has a no-fault insurance policy in effect, which states that regardless of whose fault an accident is, that insurance company will pay for your medical expenses that are reasonably necessary for your treatment, and they'll pay for your out-of-pocket expenses up to $25 per day, and they will pay for your lost wages, $2,000 per month, up to 3 years.
So why is it important to get a lawyer involved so quickly?
All right. So if you don't file for no-fault benefits within 30 days of the accident, Brad, your medical expenses become zero and you don't get any.
So you have a 30-day statute of limitations?
That's precisely what I would say, yeah.
Yes.
The statute of limitations, I mean, there are some exceptions, obviously, if, for example...
You're in a coma.
Correct. Or if you don't have the police report, because one of the requirements with your NF2, the no-fault application, is you must have a police report.
And this is in New York State, but really, for all intents and purposes, you got 30 days to get this no-fault application in.
The safe bet would be to file your no-fault benefits within 30 days. Don't take any risks.
Right. If I file no-fault benefits, we talked about this before, how does that affect me? Does it cost me money? Do I get charged somewhere down the line? Why am I going to want to file no-fault benefits? Maybe I'm better off financially not doing it.
Here's the beautiful part. If you file the no-fault benefits, your medical expenses will be paid for. The x-ray, the emergency room visit, any physical therapy that you may require, any surgery that you may require will be paid for. If you don't file for no-fault benefits, the insurance company has every legal right to say, thank you, but no thank you. You did not file on time. You are responsible for your medical expenses all by yourself.
Now we see on a daily basis, besides pedestrians getting hit by vehicles, we see bicyclists getting hit by vehicles every day. It's a big problem here in New York City. Just last year, 29 people died as a result of getting struck by a car while on a bicycle. Is somebody who's on a bicycle, are they considered in the same position as a pedestrian? Could they ever be at fault for an accident? What's the difference between being on a bicycle versus being on your feet?
Well, remember, Brad, the facts do matter. Pedestrians as well as bicyclists can be found to be liable for a share of responsibility of how the accident occurred. But in terms of the law, it operates the exact same way. If a bicyclist is struck by a motor vehicle, that motor vehicle will qualify them for no-fault benefits.
Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. All right, so before we get into our social media check-in, I do got to remind everybody one last time, our Instagram contest is up and running right now. If you follow us at Bradshaw Live on Instagram, you like this post, you tag at least 5 people in that post, you too will be entered into our drum, into our machine, into our thing that goes around in a circle, that gold piece of equipment that we pulled out, and we will possibly pull you out of the drum next week for a free consultation. Every Hump Day Wednesday, you have a chance to win a free consultation with me.
Yeah.
As long as we're on the air.
Brad's funny today.
I think I'm funny every day, but maybe today I'm also funny.
Every day.
What's so funny about me?
I don't know. He's just extra elaborating on
Extra
things today. Yeah.
right?
It's that coffee you just got.
Julian the TriCaster guy, you know what to do.
Yep. Right on it.
All right, guys, our first one comes from Esther saying, please, what will happen to those people from Nigeria who already had their I-130 petition for their spouse in NVC stage?
That's a good question. We don't know the answer. The Nigerian ban goes into effect the end of the month. We don't know what happens with people who have pending cases. My guess is that there will be an injunction so that hopefully people who are at the National Visa Center will be able to get through. Hopefully people with adjustments will be able to get through, just like there was an injunction for the people who were from the countries with the Muslim ban. Ultimately, whether or not the injunction is upheld by the Supreme Court, I don't know, but hopefully, certainly in the short term, you'll be able to get through. And then let's hope that the appeal of the impeachment, which is our United States election in November, we have a new president, and then we don't have to worry about bans from Nigeria or any other country.
All right.
Yeah, hopefully. Alrighty, this next one comes from Amazingly Dior. She says, good day. I got married last December 2019, sent in my papers, I-130, 130A, 485, 765. On the 31st of December, just received my notice for action for my biometrics, which is next week. What is the next step I should take?
Go take your fingerprints, and then ultimately you'll get your work permit and hopefully your green card.
All right. Next one saying, hope all is good, Brad. Thank you for the tips and support. I've been following your show for a long time. I have a quick question. My I-130 was approved 75 days ago. The last update I received was your petition was approved and sent to NVC for visa processing. I didn't hear anything from them. What should I do? My sponsor is a green card holder living in the U.S. and I'm living abroad in Lebanon.
You haven't heard anything, then contact the National Visa Center. And if you're not getting through, then contact a lawyer who can get through to the National Visa Center.
Okie doke. Next one comes from Ali K. They ask, I have a question to ask. I came here on an A2 visa from Sierra Leone, but I did not come...
Sierra
Leone.
Not Syria.
But I did not come to work here on it. I got it because I was working with the government of Sierra Leone in Syria.
Okay, the A2 visa is a government, is like a United Nations or work at the embassy visa. Okay, so he gave us a statement. He came here on an A2 visa, and his question is, he came on a statement.
Yep, he asked us a statement.
I once took a boat ride around the Hudson River.
All right.
Next.
Almighty Dean.
I mean, just random statements by Brad Squatters.
That's the whole question,
okay.
Guys. Almighty Dean saying, my wife filed November 5th, 2019, ready to be scheduled for interview January 21st. When should we be getting the interview scheduled?
Anytime between the day you got that notice and 3 years from that day you got that notice.
Okay, Good Melody asks, I am a U.S. citizen and married a Nigerian. Now, is there an immigration ban in Nigeria? Will it affect me filing for my wife?
Yes, but hopefully let's see what happens. Let's see how it all plays out.
Del Murad saying, I've been in the country with advanced parole once. Can I go again for 3 weeks?
Yes.
Alrighty. Aline Mathis asks, hi, any changes in the courts for people who have an order of deportation? I filed my I-130 for my husband and got approved and reopened his deportation court order. We went 2 years ago and changed to another 2 years in which is October. We ran out of hope since they took out the power from judges' hands.
I don't know what you're talking about, but if you have an approved I-130 and your husband's eligible to adjust, they still have to follow the law and do an adjustment. So give us a call.
Malkid saying, what happened if your spouse is away on military duty and your interview is coming up before the spouse is back in the U.S.?
Bring evidence that he's away on the military, go on that interview, and they'll reschedule it for when he comes back.
Scarlett Day asks, I applied for my 10 years FR. March, I
FR?
got...
The FR?
Yeah.
PR, probably. permanent residence.
Yeah, I think that's what they meant. Yeah. March. I got 18 months extension, which expires in September. I got another letter that said that my case was moved to New York. I live in New York. Should I be worried, or is that normal?
That's normal. You're going to get an interview to remove the conditions of your permanent residence shortly.
Back to Raw, saying I've Medicaid but never used it before. Does it affect my entry in the U.S. when I come back with advanced parole, or should I cancel it before leaving?
It can affect you if you come back after February 24th. Cancel it.
Chris G 1548 says, does the public charge rule affect persons for adjustment of status if they are married to a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Jose saying, are dismissed cases count on green card application for adjustment of status?
Yes, they can't use it to find you inadmissible, but they can use it to deny your adjustment based on bad moral character.
Alexa Nava asks, in removal proceedings under asylum, my girlfriend and I are getting married in April. Can I adjust status? How long is the process? Came without inspection from Mexico.
The answer is if you get married to your girlfriend, who then becomes your wife, before she's granted asylum, you would be able to get derivative benefits through that asylum application as well.
Kiki is saying, if an undocumented person wins the lotto, can they collect it?
Yes.
Oh.
I even had an undocumented person who won the New York State Lotto. $17 million was my client. Undocumented, no green card, collected the money. New York Lotto didn't ask. All they asked was, what's your social security number? So you just need a social security number. That's it.
Noted, Brad Squad. Noted.
Yes.
Start playing those numbers. Okay.
An ITIN would not work.
Next question says, can I file for adjustment of status with my wife while I still have pending adjustment of status filed by my divorced wife, who will not go for an interview with me?
You got to withdraw the first case before you file a new case.
All right, and our last one for now, Pola saying, a German guy I know applied for F1 visa, been on administrative processing since November 2018. What should we do? University of Michigan has forfeited his spot in the class. Can he do anything to cancel the application? He wants to go to the U.S. to visit instead. He's now he now goes to a university in London.
Well, he could always get an ESTA to come here for 90 days. I don't know why it's been on administrative processing for 2 years. Obviously, they're looking at something, and I think before he does anything, he should contact a lawyer to figure out what's going on. In the meantime, you know Yonathan Elias. He's our very own. He's our very own yo-yo.
Baby boy?
Baby boy. Our very own baby boy went out on the streets to test people's knowledge about where some of their favorite fashions originated from in another edition of Fashion Around the World. As always, let's play and let's hear your comments. Let's watch.
What's good, Brad Squad? This is Yonathan Elias out here in the beautiful streets of New York, and it's time for another edition of Fashion from Around the World. Now, do you know which countries and cultures some of your everyday fashion favorites come from? I don't either, all right? So we're gonna test your knowledge and some people on the streets of New York and see if you guys can get it right. You ready to play the game?
I'm ready to play the game.
Woo! All right, first question, the bikini. You like bikinis?
I like bikinis.
All right, I do too. Did it originate from A, Paris, France, B, Sicily, Italy, C, Barcelona, Spain, D, Malibu, California, E, Brazil?
London.
London definitely wasn't even one of the one of the options.
I would say Spain.
I was thinking California right away. Paris.
And you got it right.
Oh, shit. Nice.
A famous mosaic of bikini girls was discovered in Sicily and is believed to date back to 4 AD. But the bikini was created in Paris, France in 1946 by engineer Monsieur Louis Réard. The two-piece bathing suit was so racy and explosive at the time that Réard named it after the Pacific island of Bikini Atoll, a site for nuclear weapon testing that same year. Who would have thought? All right, now the leather jacket. Does it come from Buenos Aires, Argentina, Gansu, China, South Korea, St. Petersburg, Russia, or Los Angeles, California?
Oh, this is a tricky one. I have two choices, but I'm going to say Argentina.
What was your second one?
St. Petersburg.
We'll go with China. I would say Russia.
Okay, let's go with the second one.
St. Petersburg.
I think it's Russia.
You got it! Yeah! The Russian Bolsheviks of Petrograd, now known as St. Petersburg, were the first to wear tanned hides in the early 1900s. They became a quasi-uniform for the Bolshevik commissars during the Russian Civil War. One of the first modern leather jacket styles The A1 was created in 1925. During the Second World War, the garments became known as bomber jackets and were favored by aviators, especially when lined with sheepskin for added warmth in the cold, high-altitude climates. But the jacket really went mainstream when the style hit Hollywood in the 1940s and 50s. Stars and heartthrobs from Jimmy Stewart, Gary Cooper, and Marlon Brando really got pulses racing for this style. Okay, how about the jockstrap now? Okay. Does it come from Yugoslavia? Is it from Stockholm, Sweden? Is it from Chicago, Illinois? Winnipeg, Canada, or France?
I'd say Canada.
I have two choices for this one, but the first one I'm going to say is France.
And what's the second one?
Sweden.
It is not either.
North Korea. Chicago.
There you go. How do you know that?
Oh, because Americans are crazy, so we need jock straps for football and stuff, you know?
Ah, makes sense. And that's why we call them jocks. Oh, damn, I didn't even notice that. C.F. Bennett of a Chicago sporting goods company fashioned the first bike jockey strap in 1874. The jockstrap was first invented for cyclists suffering from the bumpiness of the cobblestone Boston streets. It is now used by athletes worldwide to protect their manliness. Fun fact, in the early 1900s, a low-volt electric-powered jockstrap claimed to cure insomnia and erectile dysfunction. Now, the camanto, the reversible poncho. Okay. Is it from Central Chile, Jamestown, Virginia, Mexico, Southern Tibet, or Central Colombia?
This one is tricky because you got a couple of South American nations in there.
I don't even know what a reversible poncho is, but I would guess Tibet.
I think it's Virginia.
Chile.
I am going to say, I don't know, Chile.
You got it, baby. Yeah. Widely used across South America, the camanto is the name given to the poncho in Chile. Traditionally, the dark side of the poncho is used during the day while the light side is mostly worn at night. The making of a camanto demands great diligence because of the extreme attention to detail involved in the weaving of the silk and wool. Now the beard cap, so it's to protect your beard from, cold weather. Is it from Vermont, Siberia, Iceland, Greenland, or Canada?
That's a tough one. Why don't we say Canada?
Canada? I'm going to say Canada or Greenland.
Say one of them.
Canada.
I'd say Canada.
Iceland.
Okay! That was a lucky guess. Okay. You're killing it. All right, today you see beard caps worn by people in the wintry cities, even snowboarders. I'm sure you guys have seen that. But these popular cold weather fashion accessories are based on traditional lambshead hood that was first worn by Icelandic farmers. Everything except the small opening for the face protects you from even the worst snowstorms like the ones Icelandic farmers have to contend with. The Panama Hat, you know that, right? Is it from Panama, Ecuador, Belize, Honduras, or Haiti?
Oh boy, I'm going to say Panama.
I'm going with Panama.
Let's go with another one.
Belize?
Panama?
Do you think we really gonna give you Panama if it's from Panama?
Question. Haiti?
Ecuador?
Yeah! Good job.
My other nationality is Ecuador.
Ecuador.
See, doggone it. But I know an interesting fact about the Panama hat is that it folds up and it goes into the suitcase.
Oh wait, it does? How?
It does, because during the construction of the Panama Canal, the workers and whatnot, they needed the sun and the shade. So basically, they had to have something where they can move around very quickly but still take with them. So they fold it up and put it in the suitcase.
I love it. The Panama Hat is a traditional brimmed straw hat of Ecuadorian origin. Panama hats are light-colored, lightweight, and breathable, and often worn as accessories to summer weight suits, such as those made of linen or silk. Fun fact, I actually like wearing Panama hats my damn self. Now the last one, gold hoop earrings. Is it from Uzbekistan, Sudan, Egypt, Ghana, or China?
I would say Ghana.
First one.
Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, it is.
Maybe it shouldn't be.
Okay, China.
Then maybe that shouldn't be.
Korea.
I'm going to say China.
Let's do one more.
Ghana.
One more.
Uzbekistan.
Sudan or Ghana?
You gotta go with one.
Sudan.
There you go. Wow, you killed it.
Thanks.
You represented.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sudan.
Wow. Yeah. Come on. You did good. Hoop earrings originated in Africa, also known as Nubia, what is now known as Sudan. Egyptian royalty, including queens and pharaohs like Nefertiti, King Tut, and Cleopatra, wore gold hoops, but it was more for the style than any purpose. Well, there you have it, Brad Squad. Another fun and successful edition of Fashion from Around the World. If you guys didn't get him right, you actually learned something just like I did. Now, where did the gold hoops come from? Africa. All right, back to the studio.
All right, so we're going to put 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. We're going to answer 15 immigration questions. I do not want to get blown up, guys.
I don't come here to get blown up,
There's been a lot
Brad.
of blowing up lately.
No, it hasn't.
There's been a lot of blowing up.
No, it hasn't.
No blowing up.
Well, it's not happening right now, yo-yo.
We were not blowing up. We have not been blowing up, sir. Don't put that on me now. I've been working hard to make sure we didn't blow up.
Well, do it again.
Let's go.
I don't see the timer.
Timer.
No timer.
Shall we
Julian, the TriCaster guy, 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock, please.
Okay.
A $200 value for 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock.
Shall we just go?
Loud, we will not
It
go.
has to be fair.
There we are. Now we have. Whoop. No.
There we go.
Wait. We were
He got
almost
this.
there.
Our boy Julian always got it.
Julian, let's try one more time. Maybe he's fell asleep. Julian, the TriCaster guy. Knock, knock. Knock, knock.
Who's there? A minute and 30.
Who's there? A minute 30 hill. Minute 30 till we blow
Like
up.
now.
Or I could just get it on my phone. Let me do a minute and 30.
Just go as quickly as possible. Somebody keep track.
Somebody out there keep track for us.
You ready?
All right, ready? Okay.
One second.
Jilly said that she's
Jilly
about
said
to.
she's going to take care of it. Let's.
Yeah.
Jilly.
We
Yeah, I would
ready?
love Jilly to come in and just start whispering in my ear. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3. I'm like,
All right, we're ready.
We're ready.
Go. Does the ban on Nigerian immigrants affect the people that are already applied for AOS and waiting for the interview?
Yes.
Is deferred sentences means that you have a criminal record of immigration purposes or just arrested?
A deferred sentence could mean a criminal conviction.
Can we get to know if there will be a waiver on countries on ban to get their green cards?
There will be no waiver.
Anything green card holders should be worried about at the moment as far as travel?
No.
Why is Nebraska Service Center working slower than compared to Texas Service Center?
I don't know. I'm not a management consultant.
How screwed are all of us with public charge and those of us who are single individuals?
Screwed. Next.
Can we show 2018 W-2 and 1040 when filing I-865, or is 2019 W-2 and 1040 required?
You don't need a 2019 until April 15th.
How long does the I-130 family relative petition last?
Forever.
Does the new public charge going to affect applicants that already sent their documents and waiting for an interview?
No.
My husband filed an I-130 for kids. How long is the wait? They are under 21. He's a USC there. He's
18
there in
months or less.
Jamaica.
I want to bring a child that I looked after. Parents died from Ghana. He's 13 now. What's the
Orphan
process?
petition.
I want to file for my mother who lives in West Africa. I have used food stamps. What should I do?
Get off the food stamps.
I'm American citizen and used food stamps last year. Can
Get
I file
off the
for
food
my
stamps.
Las Vegas, Nevada. How long does it take to get a prima facie under
About
VAWA?
3 to 6 months.
I'm librarian on TPS. We did it?
That was under 90.
And 120.
All
Yes.
right.
We weren't blowing up on my
Yeah.
watch,
Well,
squad.
come on.
Oh, he's gonna leave you hanging?
There, man.
Right.
Leave me hanging there. All right. Do we have comments
Yes.
of the day?
We sure do, Brad. All right, yo-yo.
Oh, snap. I just deleted. Go ahead. I just exited
Our
out.
first comment of the day comes from Lee E. He says, squad up. It's a great day. Got my card in the mail and passed my road test.
Wow.
Okay.
Did everything. Congratulations.
Congrats. All right, y'all. I got it now. Our second comment of the day comes from Jeff Bozy saying, so now, Brad, when you walk into the courtroom, do you tell the judge, squat up? That'd be actually pretty cool.
Judge would be like, get the hell out of my courtroom, squat up.
Okay, our next one comes from our good friend Sandra Salinas. And she says, Rush Lambeau?
Limbaugh.
Ah, wow. Should have been Brad Bernstein.
I don't.
Talking about the Medal of Freedom.
Yeah, about the Medal of Freedom.
I said, I don't want to be Rush Limbaugh.
No, talking about the Medal of Freedom. Yeah. All right, guys. Our last comment of the day comes from Tali Tali saying, Uncle Brad is the lawyer with multiple hats.
Hey.
Yeah. Put that hat on.
And this month, I'm gonna call him Cupid just because it's that time of the year.
It's Valentine's Day.
It's
Hump Day. And I got a hat on my bald head.
There you go.
Thank you for that.
I will say goodbye to everybody. I'm going to take this hat home and clean it. It's very dirty. I will then wash my hair.
Too many jobs.
Too many jobs. We'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465.